Welcome back to this podcast where we focus on the wisdom of generosity, from ancient to modern. If you enjoy these 5-minute reflections on being a person in the beautiful space where generosity occurs, please share this podcast in your fundraising networks. And if this is the first time listening, don't forget to go back to previous episodes for rich insights. And be sure to subscribe to this weekly podcast in your favorite podcast app. We are in the middle of Ramadan, a holy month for Muslims. A common practice during the month is voluntarily giving to charity, which is known as sadaqah. The meaning of each religious concept of charity points to its underlying motivation. The word sadaqah is defined as to be truthful, true or sincere, to speak truth, to establish or confirm the truth of what is said, sincerity, soundness, excellence in a variety of different objects, and the giving for the sake of Allah. In general, sadaqah means a noble act of giving by a person to others, sanctified for the sake of Allah, in many forms and ways, according to one researcher. So this week, I'm reflecting on several sayings of the Prophet Mohammad, the Quran, and this definition. Quote, "The Prophet, upon him be peace, said, 'Give charity without delay, for it stands in the way of calamity.' Prophet Mohammad said, 'Believers in their solidarity, love, mercifulness, and sympathy is like the human body. If one part complains, the rest of the body reacts with fever and stays up all night.' The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, 'And your smiling in the face of your brother is charity. Your removing of stones and thorns from people's paths is charity to avoid potential threat in their way. And your guiding a man gone astray in the world is charity for you. Those who spend their wealth in Allah's cause are like grains of corn, which produce 7 ears, each bearing 100 grains. Those who believe and do deeds of righteousness and establish regular prayers and regular charity will have their reward with their Lord. On them shall be no fear, nor shall they grieve." Unquote. As I read the definition of sadaqah, I thought about how giving brings truth to the donor, to the organization or person receiving it, and to our communities. By giving, the donor has the opportunity to engage more deeply with the causes we serve. By giving, the donor lives out their true intentions and desires for our communities. By giving, the donor speaks truth that our missions matter. Let's reflect on 2 questions this week. How are we framing our messaging around giving to include this meaning of charity as speaking truth? How do we give our donors the opportunity to speak truth, to speak up, when our missions are facing some type of external challenge? Share this podcast if you enjoy these 5-minute reflections, and subscribe to receive these reflections released every Monday. To explore fundraising coaching deeper, visit servingnonprofits.com. See you next week.